Hello and welcome to the Data.ice YouTube channel. Today we will take a look into the aggregation functionalities in SQL, like average, sum, min, max, and many more. You could say it's the brother of the group by statement, and you need to know both to work with it properly. Before you watch this video, please check out the other videos before, especially the group by statement, from our free SQL course on this YouTube channel. Or go to our website, link in the description, and watch the videos there. But let's go to BigQuery now. So let's start with our first aggregation function, but please keep in mind, group by and aggregation functions are brothers. So it just makes sense to use aggregation functions when you also use a group by, or the other way around. So please, before you watch that video, please watch the video before where we covered the whole group by statement, at least for the first steps. But nevertheless, for the first example, we will not use any group by, so just that you have an idea, okay, what we have here, which is that one. So we are using the bike share trips and we just count star the numbers of total trips, or the numbers of trips. So when we're counting this, we are getting just one value, one column, that's it. We just know, okay, this table has 1.945 million of trips in it. And that's it. That's the only information we get. And this you know already. In the other video, we already have this information with a group by statement per subscriber type, per start station name, and so on and so on. But as I said, there are more and additional aggregation functions, which we will take a look now. For example, there is average of duration sec as average duration, for example, or average duration sec. Let's do average duration sec. So after we executed this query, we see 1008 seconds, or just the number 1008, which is the average, which means every value inside the duration underscore sec column, we are counting together and we are taking the average of that, which is 1008. That's the thing behind the AVG, so the average. Now we could do, now comes the group by statement, around, we have the start station name. So now BigQuery says, okay, but what should I do now? Start station name. It is not aggregated, but average duration sec is aggregated. So even you put it in an aggregation statement or you put it into group by. And we want to use the group by statement. Group by one. We're just taking one. Or start station name, same thing. And now we have per start station name the average of how long a trip took. For this one, for example, it's taking into account every trip which started in this station, and it takes the average of all trips of the duration in seconds for sure. Now we can order by 2 descending, and now we see, okay, University and Amazon was the start station with the highest duration. That's the best way to say it. But important is, it could be that, for example, for University and Amazon, just one trip started, but this was a quite long trip. That could be. So that is something we miss a little bit in the average for sure, in terms of, okay, but how often did it happen? So was it more an outlier, or was there really a lot of trips, but the average is that high? So that's something we could invest more. But first, and to get a little bit more idea about it, I was just formatting it a bit, is to just say sum duration sec, same thing as sum duration sec. So yes, so now we see, okay, the start station name, University and Amazon, is for sure still the highest one, because the average duration sec, we didn't change anything, and we are still order by the same column. But now we also see on the next one, the sum of the duration sec. Super easy. What it does, it takes all the duration sec together and sums them up. That's it. You can for sure just do it like with the average. You can just do it for float values, for integer values, whatever. So now not for strings or whatever, and not for dates, but for integers and floats you can do it. And now we see, okay, so it looks at least like that a lot of trips happened also there, because the average duration sec is quite high, and also the sum of the duration sec is here super high, especially when you compare it with other ones. But still not the best feeling, okay, how much trips we had. For this, you need to do count trip ID, for example, or just count star. I mean, we know that trip ID is always there, but we can do it like that, count trips. What this we can do, we just have one group by column, so the first one, and we can add here now all the aggregations functions we have in our use case, in our tool case, we can use here. And now we see, okay, 2002 trips happened, which is quite a lot, as we see. Not the most, but a lot. And they have the highest average of duration of a trip. And there is 2 more I would like to show today, which is the min and the max, so duration sec. I mean, it's like usual in SQL. When you know, or when you can speak English, it's at least you have an idea of, okay, what it does. So min, it checks for in this group of the start station name, for example, university and Amazon, it's checking, okay, what was the lowest duration sec and what was the maximum, the highest duration sec. And now we see, okay, yes, so the minimum duration, so the lowest one is 63 seconds. So nearly or a little bit more than 1 minute. One trip took in the university from the start station name University and Amazon. And the maximum duration was over 1 million of seconds, which is already super high. So maybe it's a big outlier, or there are a lot of these. We still don't know. We could now also check with median and so on. Just a little bit more complex, whatever, not important for now. But now we have already quite an idea of our data and about the behavior of the start station names and so on. I'll also check at the end what we have. Maybe we also have some outliers. So the start station name with the lowest average duration sec is Market Street at 45th ST. Some duration is still there or quite good, also with 93 trips. So the difference between min and max of duration is not as high as for the first top 100 or whatever. For sure, makes sense. And now you could do, for example, also say, okay, but I want to see, okay, some duration sec would be interesting. For sure, they are getting now other start station names. Is our university thing is not there, so it comes somewhere later. So there are a lot of start station names which have not that good average duration, but they have high sum of duration, which means they made also a lot of trips for sure. And here we see, okay, the minimum duration is 60 seconds. Maybe even in general, the minimum duration is 1 minute. That I do not know, but could be something we could investigate with a quick query. But the max duration sec is here 716,000 seconds. Okay, and now let us switch to our order data again to do the same kind of things. I will just paste here a query we already know from the video before with the group by statement, where we already did some counts. So we already counted all the rows, basically count order number and count discount code, where we saw, okay, always there's an order number inside, but discount codes were just used in the online shop. If you want to have more information about that, watch the video about the group by statement. And now we can here, as you know, adding here other stuff. So for example, we could do some product quantity ordered as some product quantity ordered. Can executing this, and now we see, okay, that's interesting. So we see, okay, for 2 seller channels, for About You and for Online Shop, we have quantity orders. For eBay and Limango not, which makes sense because we also just have one row here, whatever it is. But even not for Otto and Zalando, which is quite interesting. At least not for this column. We do not have any quantity ordered, so no products at the end were sold. At least this is what the data tells us. No products were ordered via Otto or Zalando.de. Something super interesting. Now we can do, for example, the average of product quantity ordered. We could also do the min and max. I think here not that super important. Min, I'm too lazy to type it, so like this. Executing it. So we can just adding step by step. Oh, I wrote min average product quantity ordered for sure, just because I talked about. So here we see, okay, so people on the online shop orders in average a little bit more than for About You, but you need to be super careful here because it's not based on orders, it's based on order item. So it's a difference if you take the average of how many products or units were ordered based on order level or based on order item level. Maybe think about it. You can also maybe do another video somewhere to talk about it and to give you a little bit more insights here, but that's quite important. But yes, so that's the whole idea behind aggregation functions. And now you can do, and this you saw already in the group by statement video, we can add second or third or fourth, whatever, group by statement / group by column. In this case, for example, in the other query with the bike shares, something you can try out would be, for example, the start station name and the end station name, something super important. So that you see, okay, what was the average duration to come from one station name to the next, so to the end station name. Something interesting to see. So I can start this. Order by, let's do 6. Descending for sure. Yes, so now we see, again, we have our 2 dates we already had in the old video. So we have 52K of products were ordered on the online shop on this day, on the 6th of August. On 1 year after, it was a little bit lower, but still super good. 49K of products were sold. And the average quantity you also see here. So, but we do not have so many orders, or not so many in total, so many quantity orders, but we have higher average of product quantity ordered. Things you can then invest more into detail, right? But these are things super important, super super interesting. And as I said, so try out here a little bit, especially also with the bike share station information data and with the start station name and end station name. Super important, and it's a good use case to try out a little bit with the group by and the aggregation functionalities. Now you know the first aggregation functions. With the combination of the group by statement, it's an absolute necessary tool in your SQL workbench. For more information, check out our blogs on Medium, posts on LinkedIn, and our website to see the other videos. Look in the description of this video to find all the important links. Please like this video, subscribe to our Data Dice YouTube channel, and then see you in the next video.